my channel. So today's video is going to be my review, swatches and demo on the brand new Burgundy palette by Kylie Cosmetics. I do have the bronze palette as well and I did film a full review video on it, so if you're interested I will link that below for you. But I figured I wanted to do the same for this actual palette because I think Kylie has made some improvements with her formulation and there's just a little bit of difference in the shadows. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and opinions about this one, seeing the swatches and seeing the demo of me applying it to my eyes, then just simply keep on watching and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you do find it helpful. And if you're a new face, welcome to my channel and please subscribe before you leave. So let's get into the video. So my order took about 12 days to arrive this time, which is a little bit longer than usual. It usually takes maximum 10 days from Kylie Cosmetics, but just a little bit longer. So it comes in their standard Kylie Cosmetics box, which I just love companies that have like customized packing boxes, like how Colourpop has and everything too. So super cute. I love these boxes. I actually keep them for display purposes because why the heck not? But the actual box of the palette itself is exactly the same as the bronze palette. The only difference is the actual color, the trim, like around the edge of the actual palette. It's more of a purpley, burgundy, pinky sort of metallic shade to obviously represent the Burgundy palette. So that's super cute. Other than that, it's like no different to the other palette at all. Then the actual cardboard packaging of the palette itself is exactly the same as the bronze palette too. The only difference is yet again the metallic tears coming down the front of the actual eyes. They obviously represent the colors of the palette inside. Then inside the palette, dun dun dun, no mirror again. She did say on Snapchat that she wasn't going to put a mirror in this palette, but her next palette is apparently going to have a mirror. Why did I say that so funny? Her next palette is apparently going to have a mirror. So for me personally, I don't know why you would make an eyeshadow palette that doesn't have a mirror. That kind of drives me insane, but that's what it looks like. Super basic, super standard, very compact, very nice size. Then on the back of the actual palette, you have the names of all the shadows and the ingredients listing again. And other than that, that's about it with the actual packaging. So I've obviously already gone ahead and done my eye makeup and also done my swatches. And I feel like the swatches do not do the formulation of these shadows justice whatsoever. I don't know what she's done, but I feel like they're definitely different to the bronze palette. I don't know whether it's because of the pigmentation used in them or it actually is a different formulation, but I just feel like these shadows feel a little bit creamier and they don't seem to have as much fallout as what the bronze palette does. And when I was blending the shades across my lid, in particular this shade right here, which is called a Burgundy, which is like a really bright sort of raspberry pinkish shade, I was expecting that to have so much fallout and to be sort of patchy just because of the type of color it is, and it was so beautiful to blend out through my lid. Like I was literally jaw to the floor impressed with the consistency of this palette. If you're going to buy at least one of the palettes, you need the Burgundy one. I would 110% recommend picking this one up over the bronze palette now that I've tried it. As much as I love the bronze palette and like I'm a very neutral everyday girl, like these colors are actually not colors I usually ever reach for, which if you guys watch me regularly or you follow me on Instagram, you would know I never post makeup looks really using these colors whatsoever. But I would still recommend this palette over the bronze palette just because of the consistency. And she's also hit a fire mark with a couple of these metallics, like this shade here, which is called LA, and it is honestly one of the most beautifully pigmented shadows I've ever seen in my entire life. It's a very foiled consistency like Makeup Geek shadows, very similar to it, and it's what I have on my lid today, and it is just so incredibly beautiful. So when I was doing the swatches, really the only shade I was unimpressed with is the shade Naked. It doesn't really show up on my skin tone whatsoever, and it's not overly pigmented or very foiled. It's very much just a very basic shimmer, which yes, a lot of people like basic shimmers. Look, I've got swatches like transferring up on my bicep. But as much as I love like a really simple shimmer, and that's what I love about the bronze palette, I feel like in this palette that color should have been super metallic for inner corners, because it's weird kind of having a super foiled shadow like this one here, which is called LA, over your lid with a really subtle inner corner highlight. Like I feel like the inner corner highlight should be popping as well, if that makes sense. So she's obviously probably used it to sort of cater to everyone's loves and wants when it comes to shadows, which obviously whenever you make any product, it is going to be impossible to cater to every single person's individual tastes and wants. So please just know this is just my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's a crappy color or it's a crappy formula or anything like that. I just would have preferred a much more foiled, brighter, creamier color for my inner corner, just for me personally. But other than that, it's like a really nice, more of a subtle shimmer shade. Every single other shade swatch really beautifully. This particular foiled one here, which is called Dubai, isn't quite as shimmery as LA, but it's still really beautiful, and I'm definitely going to try that all over the lid next. So I'll do my makeup again tomorrow and try that then. But overall, all the shades are just incredibly beautiful and so pigmented. But what I like about them is they're not overly pigmented, so I'm kind of like, well, that doesn't really make sense. I can't really say they're super pigmented but not overly pigmented. What I mean is the colors are incredibly buildable. So when you start blending it, it is quite sheer on the first application, but the actual consistency of the formulation of these shadows allows you to really build up your desired depth of color, because not everyone wants super dark, super bright, super smoky. So you can definitely tailor the depth of color to your personal likes and desires, and it's just, I'm just really impressed with it. I think she's definitely stepped up with this palette. It's much better than the bronze palette in my personal opinion. Like I said, even though I love the bronze palette and I actually use it all the time, this one definitely gets my pick as a winner out of the two.
I know me.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both know. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know. This I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know you can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Oh, I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, oh I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, oh I love it. And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both know. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love, this I know, yeah girl I know. She told me don't worry.
Blends out so nice. Oh my god.
She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Oh, I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
Particular palette does retail for $42 US, and I think this palette is definitely worth the $42. And oh my gosh, if you guys have green eyes, you're gonna love this palette so much. If you have green eyes, it's gonna look so beautiful. It's gonna really make them pop. My eyes are sort of hazel green. They're more green than they are hazel, but they still have a bit of brown in them. And the second I finished my eye makeup, I was like, wow, my eyes look so green. I don't know if you can even see that on camera. Can you see? So in summary guys, I absolutely love this palette. I think I'd give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is mainly because of the lack of a mirror, and also this particular shade Naked just does not work incredibly well on my skin tone. I would love to know everyone else's thoughts and opinions. Let's just remember that we want to keep it constructive. We don't want to be hateful or spiteful in the comment section. It doesn't matter what your opinion is, you're entitled to have it. We just want to keep it classy, you know? We just don't want to be having fights in the comment section and people being rude. So remember, feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions. Just do so in a constructive manner. But I would love to hear if you guys like it or not, or what your personal critiques are. And yeah, I would definitely, like I keep saying, recommend purchasing the Burgundy palette over the bronze palette though. So if you guys enjoyed today's little video, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up for me. And of course, leave me some comments, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be talking to you soon. See ya! Today's video is going to be my review. I was actually blown away by how can you see how green they look? Do they look green? That is film. Whoa, I can't talk. So I've not only finger swatched these now. Whoa, that sounds so bad.
I know me.